Hey y'all, I'm back with my top 10 books of 2024. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Books with Kimberly. Don't forget to like, comment, share my channel, and subscribe. Y'all, I am back with my top 10 books of 2024. This was a fun list to narrow down. There were some 5-star reads that definitely did not make it to the list, but I feel like this was a list of books that I just really enjoyed. These are books I will reread, and they just really stuck with me for either emotional reasons or because I just really had fun reading these books. I will say that romance definitely took over this list this year. It's a lot of romance reads. Also, all the books on my list are by Black authors and they feature Black characters. So I absolutely love this. Let's get right into it. So I have 2 books that are on my honorable mentions, books that didn't make the top 10, but they really stuck with me and I enjoyed them. Both of these books I actually read in December and they slid right to this honorable mention list. The first book is my favorite spicy read of 2024, which is The Offer by TM Richardson. This is a poly romance. I ate this book up, and what I love is that it wasn't just all spice. Yes, there was spice every single chapter, but there was a really good plot throughout this entire story. The next author actually made it to my top 10, and that is Danielle Allen, who has my favorite short story of 2024, which I did read a lot of novellas and short stories last year, and my favorite one is Big Nick Energy by Danielle Allen. Y'all, this book gave HBCU homecoming greatness. I loved it. It was everything packed into a shorter novel. It gave me all the romantic feels, the butterflies, everything that I wanted. Now on to my top 10 list. At number 10, we have Lawe by Gray Huffington. Y'all, Gray Huffington is on this list a couple of times, so get ready. Reading Gray Huffington books in 2024 really got me out of my romance slump, and I just enjoyed all of the characters and these couples. Also coming in at number 9 is another Gray Huffington book, which is Makai Squared. Y'all, I gave Makai literally 3-4 stars, and so to read Makai Squared, which is an extended story that has more chapters, those additional chapters made all the difference because I already love me some Makai and Glacier, and rereading it again, I fell in love with them. And then you have the extended chapters, which helped me really understand their relationship even more. I absolutely ate this book up. Book number 8 is Where Sleeping Girls Lie by Faridah Àbíké-Íyímídé. Y'all, I love this book so much. This was my favorite thriller read of 2024. Book number 7 is Hookshot by Kennedy Ryan. I was not the biggest fan of books 1 and 2 in this series, but book number 3, which was Hookshot in the Hoop series, was so good. Lotus and Keenan's love story, I just loved everything about it. I love the vibe of this story. It was so poetically written. I love this book. Book number 6 is Somebody's Wife by Renee. This was the first book I read by this author. I absolutely loved it. We got Dr. Gemma and Dr. Ezekiel, and Dr. Ezekiel was book husband gold. Now we are in the top 5. Coming in at number 5 is another Gray Huffington book, my favorite Gray Huffington book to date, which is Laike. Laike, y'all, was so good in the Eisenberg Effect series. I was so excited to read about Laike because he's the crazy brother, and I really just enjoyed this second chance romance with him and Baisley. Y'all know I have a love-hate relationship with second chance romance, but this one was done to perfection. I absolutely enjoyed this book. Book number 4 is Curvy Girl Summer by Danielle Allen. Yes to plus size representation. This was a great summer read, but this is a great book to read any time of the year. Love me some Aaliyah and Amai. Book number 3. Y'all, this book was not a perfect read. Of course, I had my critiques, but it was a book that just emotionally really pulled me in. If you had been following my book number 2 young adult challenge, then you know I have been looking for books that feature young Black male characters. LaDarrion Williams did that with Blood at the Root. I love this book so much. It is a magical HBCU. Malik is a very complex character, but there's so much strength and emotion within this young man, and I just enjoyed learning about this character and learning about this world. I'm excited to continue this series, and I just love what this book represented, which is Black boy magic. Book number 2 is actually a series, which is The Perfect Sister 1 and 2 by Desiree. This is another book that was not perfect. It had a lot of editing issues, but this was another book that just really drew me in. This book stuck with me. I was reading other books and I just felt myself wanting to reread The Perfect Sister again. It was just hard for me to even go to my next read because I still wanted to be in this world. Book number 1. My favorite book of 2024 is Bring On the Blessings by Beverly Jenkins. Y'all, this book is so special to me because it was a recommendation by my aunt, and also my mother ate the Blessing series up. She finished way before me, which one of my goals was to get my mom back reading and my family back reading, and I just love being able to talk to them about this series and us giggling over some of the funny parts. It's a really good series that talks about family, love, community, Black excellence, but it's also a very diverse cast of characters within this book. Bring On the Blessings is the start of the series where we get introduced to Bernadine, who has all this money and decides to buy a town off of eBay and bring foster children to this town to give them a better life. There's so much love, drama, friendship, family, community, just so many good elements within this series. I gave a lot of these books 5 stars. Probably only 2 or 3 got a 4-star out of me, which a 4-star is still really good. So definitely the Blessing series was my favorite series of the year, and Bring On the Blessings being the first book was the start of this, and it is my favorite read of 2024. Let's get into my reading goals that I set at the beginning of 2024 and a little bit of an update on how I did. Now, my Goodreads goal was 50 books read. I read 104, so hand clap to myself. I've decided that for 2025, my reading goal will be 75 books. I almost put it to 100, but I'm like, girl, the way these reading slumps be coming out of nowhere, let's just go to 75. My first goal was one that I actually did not accomplish like I wanted to, and that is reading more literary fiction, especially the classics. I only read one classic, which was actually a reread, and that was The Color Purple by Alice Walker, and I read the second book in that series, but I just didn't really dive into literary fiction like I wanted to. So I'm hoping to carry that one on in 2025 and read more literary books and literary classics by Black authors. So a lot of my goals on my 2024 list were just being up to date with those trendy books, reading those new releases, reading books that I'm drawn to, and I absolutely believe that I did that. And I will continue in 2025 to read those books that I'm just really anticipating and excited about. I'm so excited that I accomplished getting my family to read, especially my mom. I'm so proud of her for all the reading she did, as well as my aunt. My nephew even read. So shout out to my family for getting those books in. I hope to encourage them and others to read more in 2025 as well. My last goal was to participate in more book clubs online and maybe even offline. I wasn't able to tune in to any virtual book clubs last year. I'm such a mood reader that it's hard for me to be like, okay, I'm gonna read this book club pick this month. I just want to embrace that I'm a mood reader and I just read when I want to, but mainly I want to just have more book conversations. So that is the goal that I'll take into 2025, which is being more a part of book conversations, whether that's talking with you guys in the comments or interacting more on social media about books that I love and not being shy about commenting and sharing my thoughts on other platforms. Y'all get down in the comments and let me know what was your favorite book of 2024. Thank you for all the support shown to my channel, and thank you for tuning in to a Books with Kimberly video.